The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. And Stroud now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
It's complete to Diggs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Rip, 23.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ralph. There we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11,
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Jaguars had 7-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Again, it's Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Open man. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. It's Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stroud out of the gun here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Second and 10.
Hey, Lion.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Luke. On red. Go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Once more Etienne, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Take right open.
Etienne. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Stroud working out of the gun. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Look at high.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
One more time with Etienne.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. 2nd and 4. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
That is incomplete.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Stroud to throw it. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
On play action, Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
All right, let's go.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
You don't see the flea flicker much anymore, and maybe that's the reason why.
Well, the best way to stop it, pressure on the ball carrier who's trying to pitch it back, or great coverage downfield. Not getting fooled by the initial running play.
And maybe they're just forcing the issue. It's okay to stick it in your pocket.
It is. Sometimes you just have to say, okay, this play's not going to work. Let me just hold it and take the loss.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Stroud. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll send the tight end in motion. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Mixing up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And Diggs has it. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down, Houston.
And Stroud now to throw. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's Stroud. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Collins. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, I'm gun. 11. Hot.
Now Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram, 66 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Inside handoff to Nixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the... And this is going to be intercepted inside the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Powering his way forward.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And running with power here. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go.
Here's Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Texans 31, Jaguars 17. Kaimi Fairbairn as a kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Now Lawrence.
And now here is another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. He may go.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here we go.
Play action. Stroud now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
11.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Lawrence. Finds his tight end, Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Lions. Red.
They'll run with ETN. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he stopped immediately there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees it, the ball.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Foyesade Oluokun. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with ETN.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, Ron.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Go, go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. working the sideline there. Good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here we go. First and goal.
Hey, here we go.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, at least it